Hello everybody! How are you guys doing today? Long time no see. We are doing another pasta dish. Don't hate me, you guys. I promise this will be the last pasta dish for a little while. But you guys seem to really like them. We've gotten a lot of votes for these pasta dishes, so we're just going to finish this one out. This is our skillet lasagna. I feel like it's a little misleading because they call it lasagna, but it doesn't have the actual lasagna noodles. It just has those bow tie noodles. So hopefully it's still just as good. Hello, Deborah, Natalie, Taylor, my dad, Cindy. Hello, everybody. I'm just going to share this video to my first personal Facebook page and to some cooking groups, and then we will get started. I am excited for this. I love pasta, and so do my boys. But my 4-year-old refused to eat the taco pasta last night, but my 2-year-old loved it. So that's a good start, I guess. Hello, I'm excited too, you guys. I'm going to make some garlic bread with it, some just, frozen garlic bread. I love putting my garlic bread into my air fryer. So if you like garlic bread, but you hate that it takes 15 minutes to heat up your oven and 4 minutes to cook, start using your air fryer to make your garlic bread. You will not be disappointed at all. It is awesome in the air fryer. Another thing that I'm going to be trying something new today, you guys. Hello, Lacey, Francesca, Jody. So please bear with me, you guys, because those giveaways take me so long to type in everybody's name. We are going to try something a little different today. I am going to take advantage of the fact that my iPad has dictation on it, and I'm going to try to use my iPad, and I'm just going to say the names out loud into my iPad and hope that they type them in for me. They may be misspelled, but I'm hoping that the body of them will be there and I won't have to type them in, and we will get to speed that process up a little bit. Hello, Paul, Jessica, hello. Azuzina, when it comes to the garlic bread, and I hope I'm not butchering your name, and if I am, please just spell it out phonetically for me so that I can get it right. It really kind of depends on your air fryer, but when it comes to just like those Texas toast ones, I do it at like 380 to 400 just for a couple minutes. 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. And what I love about the air fryer, it doesn't take long to heat up. So if it's not hot enough, you can turn your air fryer up, and I just check on it every couple of minutes. And once that cheese or the butter on top is nice and browned and crispy, I pull them out. Super easy. 380 would be a nice place to start for garlic bread, and you just toss it in there and they are ready to go by the time your food is done. I always forget to heat my oven up, and then my garlic bread comes out after everyone's already finished their meal. So an air fryer is awesome. Kingston does like dishes. My 4-year-old does like dishes a little bit more when he does help mom cook them. The only problem lately is he is just being really picky. These days he wants a piece of bread or chicken nuggets from McDonald's. He's just really kind of being a stink. Eileen and Sue, Jody, Nina, hello everybody. And my mother-in-law is watching. Hello, Courtney. How are you? I'm super, super excited for this too, you guys. I am hoping that speaking into my iPad will work for this, you guys. So that is what I am hoping. It's going to cut our time in half if I can get my iPad to dictate the names into the program for me. My mother-in-law is at work, so she just wanted to say hi quick. Jump on and say hello, hello, hello. We are making our skillet lasagna today. If you guys ever want to know what I'm making, and you guys have already tuned in to me, you can always click on my face and the description of the video will pop up and you guys can see what I'm making and have the recipe right there. Heather, it was so good. So we're going to start out really quick. We're just going to put our ground beef. I use ground turkey, but you guys can use ground beef. We're going to put it in our big pan. So I'm cutting this recipe in half, but I'm still using this big 13-inch pan. If you don't have a big pan like this, you definitely need to cut the recipe in half because it will not fit. Your noodles will not be saturated by the water and they will not cook. So I have a pound of ground turkey here. And I'm going to do some seasonings. So I did cut the recipe in half. The only hard part about cutting it in half is it only uses 1 egg. So I did Google how to cut an egg in half, you guys. It might sound silly, but I had no idea where to start. And they said to take the egg, scramble the egg, then cut that mixture in half. Dinner last night, Heather, was so good. The only thing that I would change about dinner last night is while I was sauteing the onions and cooking the meat, I would have put the taco seasoning in then and really cooked that seasoning into the meat so that it wasn't just in the liquid of the pasta. So that's my only pointer if you want a little bit more flavor, to cook it into the meat a little bit. So we have our ground turkey in our pan. Then it says to add just our garlic powder and onion powder into it without the measuring spoon. Okay, so I have it written out here. I have my recipe divided in half. So we're going to do a teaspoon of garlic powder and 1.5 teaspoons of onion powder. This is what I hate about these things, you guys. You can't fit your measuring spoons in them, and it's really inconvenient. Some of the newer spices I've been buying, the measuring spoon actually fits into the bottle, and I love it. So I did 1.5 teaspoons of the onion powder, and then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of the garlic powder. I lied, you guys. I can't fit this teaspoon in there. Kind of eyeball it. Not scared of garlic, so a little bit more won't hurt. Yes, Eileen, I always use ground turkey. When it comes to recipes that use ground beef, no matter what they are, I use ground turkey instead. I use the 93% lean ground turkey. They do come more lean than that even if you are interested in it, but we love ground turkey in our house. It's a little bit easier to digest than eating all that red meat all the time. Yes, Heather, remember that. You guys, check out my outfit. It's my jammies. My husband got me for Valentine's Day. They're awesome. I've never had jammies like these, so I am absolutely in love. Yes, Heather, I love turkey meat. Hello, Asia, how are you? Good evening, everyone. Manon and Heather, Frank. How is everyone doing tonight? So we are just cooking this up. We're going to make our skillet lasagna. Super excited for it. Any recipe that cooks the pasta right in with the dish is a bonus for me. It just makes it that much more easy and simple to do. So I'm excited for it. Jessica, my challenge to you would to be make the switch and don't tell him. The only thing that's different is the color is a little bit lighter. So as long as you're using a recipe like this that hides the color in a marinara sauce, I bet you he will not notice it at all. He will not tell the difference. Eileen, it's definitely really good. I love ground turkey. I got my mom to switch over to ground turkey. I highly, highly recommend it. I'm always comfy, you guys. I hate being uncomfortable. I really only wear jeans if I leave the house. When I get home, I immediately take my jeans off and put jammies on. They are my favorite. Doing good. It's your Friday. That's awesome, you guys. My day is good. Nothing too exciting around here. Just been hanging out with the kiddos today. Went through some of their clothes and got rid of some of the stuff they don't fit in anymore and gave it to some of my other friends that have smaller kids. So, yes, I'm telling you, jammies are the way to go. When my husband asked me what I wanted for Valentine's Day, it was the first thing that came to mind. And Target has some of the best, comfiest pajama pants ever. I am good, everybody. Thank you for asking. My house is quiet. My kids are still asleep, so I'm taking advantage of this time. I could wake them up, but that's just setting myself up for failure because my husband's not home. So I'm just going to let them keep snoozing, and if they come up out of their beds, then they come up out of their beds. Eileen, it really does taste the same. I don't notice a huge difference, especially because you are seasoning it. It's just easier to digest. That's all I noticed. Manon, that's a good question. I don't know if ground turkey is cheaper. I think it just depends at where you shop and where you go, how much you pay for your ground beef. But for us, it's about equivalent at our grocery store to get ground turkey and ground beef. And they do come in bigger containers. So this is the pound package, but they just come like ground beef too. They come in 3 pounds and stuff like that. So Thank you for sharing. You're using in beef and you like turkey too. I switch it up a lot. Turkey is my go-to, but I have made some beef dishes on this show along with some ground sausage that we've been throwing into some of these recipes. Jessica, we are making skillet lasagna, and if anybody's ever watching and you've forgotten what I'm going to make today, just touch my face. The recipe will pop up, and you guys can see what we are doing today. I'm so glad, Patty, that you are here too. Paul, I'm sure you hear my really strong North Dakota accent. I was actually born and raised in Las Vegas, and I did not have this accent. I moved up here in 2010 and have not left. So North Dakota is where I am living right now with my family. So we've got this ground turkey all browned up, and we are going to pour off the excess fat. You will still do this step if it's ground beef, ground turkey, no matter what, you are going to strain off this extra fat and grease. Please, you guys, don't strain it off directly into your sink. Always pour it into an empty can or a cup of some kind. You don't want that going down your sink. So we have our ground beef in here. We are going to return it to the stove, add the pasta sauce. So it wants us to use 24 ounces of pasta sauce. This is a little bit shy of it. I went with the tomato basil since we are adding basil into this recipe in itself. So I kind of stuck with that flavor. Ground turkey is the same fat-wise around. Yep, so I got 93% fat for my turkey, but you can get more lean. I love using the chopper. It's awesome, you guys. This is seriously the best. If you are ever watching me and you guys want a tool that I'm using, I try to link all of them in the comment section when I'm all done with my recipe. Thank you for loving my jammies. I am so comfy, you guys. So we're going to pour this pasta sauce in here. 24 ounces of it. I think, ooh, I kind of messed up, you guys. I was only supposed to use 12. I knew I was going to do that because I cut this recipe in half and I was going to be looking back and forth. So mine is going to be a little extra saucy, but I don't think anybody is going to mind. That stuffed spaghetti and the garlic bread, you guys, was a little dry. Needed a little extra sauce in there. So I'm hoping that I won't be mad at myself for doing that later. I did cut the recipe in half, so I need to watch what I'm doing. So we did the pasta sauce. Then we're going to add the uncooked pasta. And we're doing 6 ounces of uncooked pasta. So that's going to be half of my box, just using regular bow tie pasta. You've been in Oklahoma all my life, getting ready for the next month, starting tornado season. Yeah, that's scary. No tornadoes for me, please. Most of my groceries, I buy most of my groceries at Cashwise is the name of our grocery store here. Just kind of eyeball it, you guys. Because I use a little extra sauce, I'm going to add a little extra noodles in here. I buy most of my groceries at Cashwise. Most of my meat products come from my butcher box. My ground turkey, however, does come from Cashwise. Jenny O brand is where I get most of my groceries. I think if I send my husband to the grocery store for something, he uses Marketplace Foods is the name of that grocery store. So we have our pasta sauce, our regular pasta. Now we're going to add our water. We're going to use a cup of water in here. And this water is going to help cook our noodles for us. So pour this in here. Pasta and water. We're going to bring it up to a boil. So I'm going to raise my heat up to high. I went to Faith Lutheran Junior Senior High School. That is where I went to school in Las Vegas. It's up in the Summerlin area, right next to the Red Rock Hotel and Casino. That is where I went to high school. I lived right off of Lake Mead, and Anasazi was where I lived. Jessica, thank you for hanging out with me. I'm glad you found me earlier today and come and hang out with me and do these recipes. So I'm just kind of tucking in these noodles to make sure that they are in the liquid so that they get nice and cooked up. So once it is boiling, we're going to reduce the heat and cover it and let it kind of simmer on low. So I'm going to let this come to kind of a roaring boil at first to make sure it comes to a nice simmer when I lower the heat. Palo Verde. Heather, I went to Faith Lutheran Junior Senior High School, the high school that's over near Red Rock Hotel and Casino. That is where I went. I went to a private school. Honestly, Jody, I have only had pesto a couple of times, so we're a nice boil. I'm going to cover it, and I'm just going to reduce the heat to, on my stove, it says low, medium, high, and then there's numbers in between, and I'm going to set it at a 2. And we are going to cover this, and we are going to let it simmer for 17 to 20 minutes. I'm going to pick 18 because I do like my pasta a little more done. So I'm not a huge fan of pesto anytime I've had it, so I actually have never made anything with it, nor have I ever made it myself. I would be interested to see what is in it, like what is it in it that I don't like. It's very possible that back when I tried it, I was a kid and I didn't like things that were green, so it's possible that that was the problem. We are going to, let's see, we are going to make, you just sat down to eat, made fried rice from the recipe someone gave me from here last night. Oh, my fried rice recipe is so good, you guys. So we are going to take a bowl now. I'm going to switch this handle over. We are going to go like this. And we are going to make our ricotta topping that we are going to plop on top of our lasagna here. So meanwhile, in a medium bowl, we're going to combine our ricotta, our egg, our spinach, our basil, our Parmesan cheese, flour, garlic powder, salt, and pepper, and mix it to combine. So let's get started. We are going to add our ricotta. When I first bought this, it fell on the floor and the top busted open, and I was so sad, so I stuck it in a Ziploc bag. It was crazy. The pressure of it burst through the plastic topping and everything. I wanted to cry. So let's pull this plastic topping off, get it out of my way. I'm going to rinse my hands really quick. Got a lot of stuff on them while I was opening them. All right. Now, got to keep an eye on my changed recipe so I don't mess up, you guys. Pesto is basil, Parmesan, olive oil, and pine nuts. So I'm not a huge fan of basil, Miranda. So that is probably a huge issue, is I don't really like basil. Lacey, we are making skillet lasagna tonight. Skillet lasagna. So we are going to take this ricotta cheese. We're going to do half a cup of the ricotta. You guys know I love my measuring cup. You made my fried rice and it was so good. I'm so happy everyone loves it. You guys, that first day that I made it on the show was the first time I had ever made it. And I have made it so many times since. It is awesome. I know I might find a recipe I like a little bit better with the Instapot. But as of right now, that is the easiest and most flavorful fried rice I've ever been able to achieve at home. So this is my favorite measuring cup, you guys. I will link it in the comment section when we are all done. But we are going to measure a dry or a solid all the way to the top, half a cup. You guys see I just smoothed that ricotta in there, and then you just push and it twists and it clears it all out. You're not scraping the sides of your measuring cup. You're not digging and trying to get things back out. It is clean, it is clear, and it is ready to go. Italian seasoning instead of basil. Yep, that makes sense. I definitely would be willing to try it now that I'm a little bit older, but I'm not sure if I would like pesto or not. I have not tried it in a long time, I will be honest. So half a cup of the ricotta, then we're gonna do this little egg trick, you guys. So if you ever have a recipe that calls for a single egg and you're cutting the recipe in half, you want to crack your egg, you want to scramble it, and then you want to cut that mixture in half. So it's funny, I thought for a long time and could not come up with what I could possibly do to cut an egg in half. I was really close to just putting the whole egg in, but Sherry, you still need to get one, you guys. It's so worth it. This is the best measuring cup for peanut butter, mayonnaise, anything that's sticky and a pain in the butt to get out. It is seriously a lifesaver. So after I whisk my egg up, we have about 1/4 of a cup of mixture. If I pull my handy dandy spatula. It is so awesome, you guys. And it has little conversions on it. It's so easy and right there for me. So 1/4 of a cup is 4 tablespoons. So we want to cut that in half. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons of egg into our mixture, and that will be cutting the egg in half. Super awesome, super easy. The only thing that is hard is trying to measure out the egg because the different pieces, the yolk and the white, want to separate from each other. So we've got half of our egg, or half a cup of ricotta. Yes, you guys, and it's not expensive. That measuring cup I think is like $11 on Amazon. Super, super easy. Love, love, love it, you guys. So we've got our egg in here. Then we're going to do half a cup of spinach. So I've got just organic baby spinach here from the store, fresh spinach. You could probably use frozen, but it is not recommended for this recipe. So I'm just like throwing spinach all over the floor. So I'm going to take about half a cup. I am going to rinse it off really quick. Rinse it off. Last paper towel. I'm going to take it and just squeeze it in this paper towel here. Get it nice and dried off. And then what I'm going to do is take my handy dandy 9 million kitchen scissors, you guys know that I have. And I am just going to kind of chop it while it's in my hand. Like so. Get little pieces of the spinach chopped up. About a half a cup. I'm probably doing a little bit more. But I'll be really excited if my kids eat this spinach, you guys. Yes, Ashley, you are spelling it right. You are so sweet. I'm not sure what I'm a genius for. If it's the egg thing, I can't take credit. I definitely Googled it today because I had no clue where to start with kneading half an egg. So it was definitely, once I read it, it was like, oh yeah, that totally makes sense. But I could not come up with that idea on my own. So there we go. Cut up spinach, half a cup of spinach. Then we need basil. Skipping the basil, you guys. You use fresh basil. I'm not a huge fan, so I just went with the basil. I'm going to turn this heat up a little bit because it's not simmering like I want it to. I'm skipping the basil. The basil was in my spaghetti sauce. That's my compromise because I'm not a huge fan of it. Yes, you guys, that spatula is also awesome. My mom got it for me a while ago, and it is a lifesaver. Yeah, I don't think my dog's going to eat it, but maybe he's thinking about it. He can see it on the floor. The egg trick. Yep, that's how you do it, you guys. That egg thing, you Google. Way to go, Google, to have the answer for us all. So you'd use half a cup of fresh basil. Then we want Parmesan cheese. I just did the Crystal Farms Parmesan cheese this time. There's a bunch of different awesome brands out there, but I like that this one doesn't expire as fast as some of my other brands do. Linda, I know I'm probably a weirdo. I just really, really don't like it. I've tried to like it, and it just has failed me. I used to grow it. We did like a project in elementary school, and we all had a different thing to grow, and mine was basil, and I was so excited. I was so proud of myself, and then my mom made something with my fresh basil, and I hated it. So we're going to do 1/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese. You guys know I'm going to do a little bit more. Turkey burgers are really good. The only thing is they don't bind together as well as ground beef. So you do have to use a little bit of a binding agent in there, whether it's egg or bread. But it does make awesome, super flavorful turkey burgers. Islands, the restaurant, they make an awesome turkey burger. Seriously killer. He does think it's a leaf. That's definitely true. Never thought to ask Google. Yep, I had to. I broke down and had to ask Google. So then we're going to do Parmesan cheese. Then we're going to do a tablespoon. I use my tablespoon on the egg. I try to get all my measuring things out so I'm not digging during the show. But I accidentally used my tablespoon on my eggs, and I don't want that in my flour. So a tablespoon of flour in here. Tablespoon tablespoon of flour. Then we want the remaining garlic powder. So we used a teaspoon of garlic powder in the beginning. Now we need, so that would have been half a teaspoon. And then now we need another half a teaspoon of garlic powder into this mixture. I keep spraying the other side, the far side of my bowl. Yes, it's definitely a rough go by when it comes to cheese, where to start and then add from there. Yes, you're welcome, Paul. Yes, I love turkey burgers. They're really good, you guys. I promise. I don't like diet food, and turkey burgers are definitely no sacrifice. They really are good. So we're going to do salt and pepper now with our garlic powder. We're going to do 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper if it wants to come out. I'm trying to use up all of my kind of odds and ends when it comes to seasoning since my husband and I went through the kitchen. And here's a random pepper shaker that I am trying to use up. Then we want a teaspoon of salt. Oops. There we go. I'm going to try turkey burgers or ground turkey. I think you'll love them. If you like veggie burgers, turkey burgers will definitely be a step up, you guys. Definitely. So we are going to mix this all in. So we've got our spinach, garlic, flour, ricotta, Parmesan, egg, all that yummy stuff, salt and pepper. We're going to mix it up until it's all combined together. And then we will scoop little dollops of the mixture onto the cooked pasta while it's still in the skillet. And then we will cover it and cook it another 5 minutes. And while we do that, we will do our giveaway. So I'm going to just mix this up. See, looks and smells so good, you guys. That is your mixture, your kind of lasagna type mixture. Make sure I don't have any weird pockets of salt or ground pepper in there. That wouldn't be fun. I might add a little bit more ricotta and a little bit more Parmesan cheese because this mixture smells amazing and I would be so sad if there was not enough of it to go around. So let's add just another scoop of the ricotta and then a little bit more of this Parmesan cheese. I'm thinking that's what we're gonna do, you guys. Close that up. Let's give this another little mix. And then I'm going to check on our dish that is simmering still. I did turn the heat down a little bit. If it's not ready, I will start entering names. That lid is really hot, you guys, so please, please, please be careful. It's looking good so far. I'm going to pull out a noodle. That is going to be our deciding factor, is how well done these noodles on top are and how much longer we need to cook it. Get that in there. Let it cool down. Okay. The flavor is really good, you guys, but those noodles are still really raw. So let's do it, you guys. We are going to do something a little different, and we're going to cross our fingers really hard and hope and pray that my iPad can do this job for me, because it will save me so much time. You guys keep saying it's so quiet. It is so quiet. My boys are still sleeping. We are definitely lucky that they are still snoozing right now. You guys, yeah, this is so good. All these flavors are so good. So let's try this. Ready? Asia Myers. The only trick is it won't indent for me. So we're going to have to do it like that. Linda Brown. Let's see. It's definitely a trial version, you guys. All right. Cindy B. Nina H. Alice Corey. Megan Clark, Christy Withers, Sasha McDonald, Anna S., Roxy Morin, oops, we need to separate those two names, Heather Frank, Heather Simbrat, Billy Hoffmeyer, Eileen Sloan, Mary Jo, Tina Fink, Cindy Whelans, Alexis Standish, Jody Hahn, Esther Marie. You guys are going to laugh. These spellings are hilarious. Denise Bateau. I picked up everything that I said before I said Denise. Shoot. Fail. Shoot. Sherry LaPointe. Ida Johnson. I did not like your name, Ida. Ida. Amber Rice. Jessica Zimmerman. Holly Ruggles. Let's go back up. I know I missed a bunch of names up here. Let's see. Madison Morris. Miranda Martell. Ashley Hansen. Heather Frank. Let's see who else we have. Did I get Cindy Whelans? Yep, I got Cindy W. Jody Hahn. Rosemary Forbes. Oops. Rosemary Forbes. Renee O. Shannon Sweeney. Lynn Lukes. Judy Wilson. Lacey Westwood. There we go. Paul Hayworth. Paul, I do giveaways for people that hang out and watch the show with me, and we do kitchen and food related giveaways. I do them if we hit 40, 80, 120 live views that stay there for longer. Well, through the length of the show is what we've been doing recently. All right, let's see if we get a couple more names in here before I add. Deborah Kraft. Jill Pounds. Francesca Duke. Azuzina King. I knew that was going to be a hard one. Type this in. I have so much raw pasta stuck in my teeth, you guys. Oh. Karen Harmon. Charlene Feldall. Danielle M. I didn't think they were going to be able to spell your last name, so I did that. All right, let's plop some of this stuff in the top. Move this over here. Let's take this. And I'm using just a tablespoon scoop. Whoops, there we go. Tablespoon scoop and scooping little dollops all over. Kind of space them out a little bit. My hope and my goal is that they will kind of melt and spread out like cookie dough. Do it like that. Boop. And then I have a little bit left in here. Scoop out the insides of my bowl. And plop a little bit down in some random places on top. And then we are going to cover it and let it cook another 5 minutes. I'm not going to mess with the temperature at all. So I'm still at like a medium low when it comes to, it says cover and cook an additional 5 minutes to let the cheese set. So that's what we're going to do. All right, let's start from the bottom and just see who we have now. Elizabeth A. Carol Evelo. I'm not thinking this is going to save time, you guys. Sue Bailey. Yes, Bailey. Sue, I love those bowls so much. Carrie Wilwand. I did not, Thelma, I did not. Let's see. Tracy Klein. Rebecca Lynn, Deborah Westwood, Sandra Fulmer, Heather thinks I got her twice. Heather. Heather Frank, Heather Simbrat. Nope, I did not, Heather. I got 2 Heathers, but only 1 Frank. Thank you for sharing. Jasmine Stefan. Thank you, Sue, for telling me. I don't have my list up right now. Let's see. Perfect. All right, now I have my list up. Thelma Power. Heather H. If I follow you, will you let me know when you will be live? Jessica, the easiest thing for me to say, Mondays I do side dishes, Thursdays is main meal, which I put up for a vote a couple of days beforehand. I try to do it at least 5 to 6 days beforehand. So Monday nights, Thursday nights, and then on the weekends, I usually go on to make a breakfast dish or a dessert of some kind. And I do post that recipe, and one time I'll be on a couple of days beforehand for each of those recipes in those times. So I do give you a couple of days notice with the recipe of when I'm going to be on. But Mondays, Thursdays, and the weekends are my kind of set in schedule. Marissa D. Crystal S. G Goff. Patricia Bush. Patricia, I did not skip you, I promise, but if you post your name and then I read through the names and you don't hear your name and you don't comment it again, I won't catch you. Unfortunately, I don't have time to roll through all the comments and make sure I have all the names. That's why we do that kind of second call, so if you don't hear your name, you can comment it again and make sure you get added. But if you talk to me during the recipe, unfortunately, there's no way for me to add the names then, so if you're not present while I'm doing the name calling, I don't know. I'm sorry. I wish there was a better way. I will keep thinking of ways to make sure that I get everyone in these giveaways. It really makes me sad when other people don't get entered in and they're upset with me. So, Kara H. Charlene, yeah, don't make me nervous. Manon Marie. I believe, Candace, I got you, but let me make sure. Nope. Candace Thompson. Thursdays are your absolute favorites. That's awesome. Crystal Moline. All right, you guys, I'm going to read through the names. If you're not there, then comment it again with an emoji or say something personal to me like, hey, Riley, how are you? And it will stop the filtering. Please bear with me, you guys. This is a very trial version of trying to make my iPad do it for me. So your guys' names are butchered, but the bulk of them are there. So you at least know it is your name. It's just probably spelt phonetically. Thank you, Heather. You're sweet. I did get Becky G, I thought. Maybe I just saw your name and didn't read it out loud. Okay, so let's do it. Becky G. All right, let's read through the names. Asia Myers, Linda B, Cindy B, Nina H, Alice C, Megan C, Christy W, Sasha M, Anna S, Roxy M, Heather F, Heather S, Billy H, Eileen S, Mary Jo, Tina F, Cindy W, Alexis S, Jody H, Esther Marie, Denise B, Sherry LaPointe, Ida J, Amber R, Jessica Z, Holly R, Madison M, Miranda M, Ashley H, Heather F, Rosemary F, Renee O, Shannon Sweeney, Lynn L, Judy W, Lacey W, Paul H, Deborah C, Jill P, Francesca D, Jezusina K, Karen H, Charlene F, Danielle M, Elizabeth A, Carol E, Carrie W, Tracy K, Rebecca L, Deborah W, Sandra F, Jasmine S, Thelma P, Heather H, Marissa D, Crystal S, Gigi Goff, Patricia Bush, Kara H, Manon Marie, Candace T, Crystal M, and Becky G. Tracy, I am good. How are you? Tracy Jameson. Patsy B. Got you, Bill. Marissa, you need someone watching with you every time that can take down the names and email them to you. Yeah, that would be awesome. Somebody that could deal with how sporadic I come on sometimes. That would be awesome. If I ever do a travel job in North Dakota, I will definitely volunteer to be your personal scribe. You get free food if you do, Teeth. You do a great job, very generous. Thank you, I'm good. How are you? Jody L. Shauna W. Yes, I believe so, Pam. I thought I did. I thought I had said it. It's not on here. Pam, you. It's on there now. Do you have Barb W? I do not. Barb W. Yep, I heard it. Thank you. Patricia, I appreciate it. Bill W, I did. I said it at least. Let's see. Yep. Bill. Oh. I have Billy Hoffmeyer. Bill. I thought I said it. I'm losing my mind, you guys. Bill W. It says Bell. I must have a really bad accent, you guys. Deborah H. Laura K. Hello, Laura. How are you? All right, you guys. So let's pick some numbers, shall we? It does not want to put Laura on a different line. Laura K. All right, T, will you pick two numbers between 1 and 12, please? When you were cooking, it was in the 70s. Now it's over 100. Yeah, sometimes you guys don't share until after I'm done cooking, and then people just have no idea why this crazy lady is reading names. Yep, I was letting it go a little bit longer because those noodles were really, really raw. And so I wanted to make sure that they were nice and cooked up. That's hot. Woo! I might give them a little bit longer, you guys. That is the only hard part about cooking them in water like that. They take a little bit longer to get cooked. All right. Sherry by Conan. Kingston, are you up? My other dog's out of his room, so he must be up. Bree T. 2 and 8. All right, you guys. So numbers 2 and 8 are what we're going to do. I'm just going to cruise through, make sure I've got some of these last ones that came in. Carrie. All right, you guys. I'm going to set this timer maybe 3 more minutes. I want that cheese to spread out a little bit more too. Maybe I can do it for it. That's what I wanted it to do. You guys can't see. I'm just talking to myself over here. There you go. I kind of want this to spread out. It's getting nice and melty though. But I'm kind of one of those people, I want a bite of that with every bite. So I'm just kind of do what I want with it. It may not look as pretty as the picture of the recipe, but it's going to taste dang good, you guys. Yes, Jenny, my dogs are ready to eat. Hi, baby. Jenny Frank. Jennifer H. All right, you guys. Numbers 2 and 8. Betty K. Yeah, little do they know if I drop something, it's piping hot and they're going to hurt themselves. Tia, it's okay. Kingston is up. King, come here. Everybody wants to say hi. Show me your slippers. He's being shy. All right. He is sleepy and his hair's all crazy. So numbers 2 and 8. Here we go. I normally don't use it on my iPad, so it's going to be a little different. I do remove your names after they've been pulled up on the screen once to keep the odds in people's favor. Here we go. Number 1. It's hard to hold this. Holly R. Number 2, our first winner, is Paul H. Congratulations, Paul. First time watcher, I think. Congratulations, you have won my first giveaway. Just message Mom Fueling Hungry Boys your shipping information and I will get something sent off to you. Sherry, Heather, Eileen, and Mary Jo all said hi, Kingston. Hi. He said hi. All right, Paul is our first winner. Now on to number 8. Here is number 3. Remind me never to use this box one. It takes so long to open the box. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. And number 8. Alice Corey. Congratulations, Alice. You are our second winner for the night. Just send me your shipping information and I'll get something sent out to you. I do all of my purchases on smile.amazon.com to give back. They give a portion of what I buy for you guys. A portion of that goes back to the Alzheimer's Association. So I do always purchase through them. That looks a lot better now, you guys. Ta-da! I will put in the comment section of this video all the neat little tools that I used today in my kitchen. Nope, it was number 8, Heather. Unless I don't know how to count. Really, you guys? I really don't know how to count? Oh, man. I'm sorry, Alice. Apparently, I only did 7. But I'm pretty sure I didn't. I skipped the number 7, you guys. I'm sorry. I am losing my mind. Clearly don't know how to count. My bad. Susina King. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to skip the number. I clearly am just thinking about the food. So Susina King is actually our winner. Alice, I am so sorry. So close. I totally messed up and that is my fault. Azuzina, if you send me your shipping information, I will get something sent off to you. I am so sorry, you guys. You know, I normally don't do that. That doesn't ever happen. I'm sorry. I clearly don't know how to count today. I am just really hungry, if I'm going to be honest. So, sorry that I skipped it. Our food is done. I am going to make our garlic bread really quick in the air fryer, and so I'll post a comment or I'll post a picture of our garlic bread with our food, and I'll let you know how long I cooked it in the air fryer, so you guys kind of have a rough go by for if you want to do your garlic bread in your air fryer. I highly recommend it. It's so crunchy and toasty and still soft on the inside, and it doesn't take forever to heat up your oven. So I'm gonna comment all of the tools I used today. Anything that you buy through my Amazon links, a portion of it comes back to me to help me keep doing this awesome dream of mine, because I don't make any money doing it, but I do have a whole lot of fun, and I've made a lot of cool friendships with you guys, so I really appreciate it. I will be on again, what did we decide, Sunday morning? I think Sunday morning we are gonna make biscuits and gravy. I am so excited for it. I love biscuits and gravy. I normally just make biscuits and gravy and make the biscuits and put them together. This is gonna be a casserole type dish, which is gonna be nice for feeding the masses. So I am excited for that. You guys are so sweet. I'm excited to eat. So excited. Heather, I did do number 8, so we do have that winner. I'm sorry. Probably not. You guys know my rule. I don't go hunting you down. If you don't come back and listen to who won and then send me your shipping information, there's not a whole lot I can do, but I will help you if you don't know how to message me or anything funky like that. But if you're not listening, then you probably shouldn't have won. But Paul was pretty engaged during the show, so I have a feeling he will come back on and hear his name and send me a message. Patricia, I think I said 11 on Sunday. We wake up super late all the time, so I don't want to say early in the morning and then have us not be up at that time. So 11 for biscuits and gravy. Make some over easy eggs, and it's gonna be so good. We've been doing sweet stuff on the weekend, so I'm ready for some savory. I am ready for some good savory stuff. So, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will post a picture of this on my plate. I'm going to have to do my best to not eat it before I take a picture. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Please comment, message if you guys have any recipe recommendations. If you guys need any help, you have any pointers for me, I am always available. All right. So, thank you. Thank you for hanging out with me, and let me know if you have any questions. Bye.